All right, Shalom, Akim.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawah, Bahashem, Rachakadash, and double honors to our apostles and our elders of Great Millstone that taught us His truth, and much peace, love, and salutation to the elect. I'm the brother Tazamah from the Great Millstone Dallas camp, and it's the priest Aina. If you wanna...
Shalom.
Khan. So what we want to do is we want to do a quick Hebrew lesson and get some precepts at the end of it as well. As what you see on the screen here, or on the not the screen, but on the board, it's a insert from Exodus chapter 33, verse 13. And when you read the book of Exodus, the 33rd chapter, this goes into when Moses asked to speak to Yahawah face to face, and this is a prayer that Moses spoke as he was getting ready to meet, getting ready to wanting to speak to the Heavenly Father face to face. So as I was reading that the other day, I'm like, man, this would be a good prayer to read, and to recite to yourself every day if you can, asking the Heavenly Father to make it to whereas His eyes can be upon our ways that we can know Him. So without further ado, I'm gonna man the camera, but I'm gonna have the priest Anna go in and break down the components of the Hebrew prayer. So without further ado, you got it out.
Khan, you want to read it in English first?
Yeah, Khan.
All right, this is Exodus chapter 33, verse 13. It says, "Now therefore, I pray thee, if I have found grace in thy sight, show me now thy way, that I may know thee, that I may find grace in thy sight, and consider that this nation is thy people."
Read it one more time.
It says, Exodus 33 and 13, "Now therefore I pray thee, if I have found grace in thy sight."
And that's a humbling thing that Moses says. He says, if I have found grace in thy sight, which we're all trying to seek the grace and mercies of Yahawah B'Shem Yahushua daily. Go ahead.
It says, show me now thy way.
And Moses is asking Yahawah to show him his ways, which is something that we should constantly be praying to the Heavenly Father for. To constantly ask Him to show us His way so that we can walk in the right path versus us leaning on our own understanding. Go ahead.
That I may know thee, that I may find grace in thy sight.
Man, that we may find grace in His sight. And that's ultimately what we're fighting for. This grace and mercy. You know what I'm saying? Grace is a gift, and why not pray for this gift to be given unto you? Go ahead.
And consider that this nation is thy people.
And this goes to show you that this nation, which he's talking about, the Israelites, which consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, as well as the confusion of face, Akim and Aqua scattered across the four corners of the earth. He's only dealing with the nation of Israel. And we're asking the Heavenly Father to consider His nation, particularly on the side of His elect. What you got it out.
So I'm going to go ahead and read it in the Hebrew just all the way through, and we're going to break it down. So we have wa, aitha,
okay.
na.
You got the slide. I was going to zoom in, but you got it.
Yeah, you can zoom. Well, we'll go through it when we break it down. You can zoom in. Wa, aitha, na, ma taza'a thaya, chan, ba ayanyaka, ha wadainaya, na, ath darakka, wa adaika, la ma'ain, a mataza'a, chan, ba ayanyaka, wa ra'a, kaya, anka, ha gawaya, haza. All right, so we're going to go word to word, break it down, get the root word, and get the understanding of each word. All right, and these red dots separate the words, so we're going to go into it. You can zoom in on each one. So the first word we have here is wa, aitha. All right, now the root word here is aitha, which means now or at the present time. Wa at the beginning of the word is a prefix, which means and. So it'd be and now, and then we have na. The dash pretty much connects two words that would normally be separate. together to make it more of a phrase. And so it would be means if, roughly. It means if or whether. And then na means please, or, to beseech someone. So, if you were to translate these two words into English, it would be better described as if it pleases you, right? Next, we have ma taza'a thaya. Now, the root word here, ma taza'a, means to find. And then the thaya at the end of the word is a suffix, which is makes it first person. So it'll be, I found, basically, would be the best way to translate that. All right. Next, we have khan, which means grace.
Right.
Okay. And then we have ba ayanyaka. Now, the root word here is ayan, which means eye or eyes, two eyes. Ba at the beginning of the word means in. Yaka at the end of this word means your. It makes it, possessive. Next we have hawadainaya. Hawadainaya. Now the root word here, and if you can zoom in on this part right here, the root word is yadai. Now it's not, there's no ya here, but that's the root word, right? And so yadai means to know. Now we have hawa at the beginning of this word, which makes it causative. The causative sense of the verb. It changes the verb tense to, a causative sense. So it would be cause to know, and then naya at the end of the word means me. So it would be cause me to know. All right?
Because we're asking the Heavenly Father to cause us to know Him. That's why it's that causative sense. You know what I mean? You got it.
Yep, kind of. And so it says, please. It says na, which means please. You got na a couple times in here, but na means please. And then we have af darakka. Af darakka. Now, af normally isn't translated into English from the Hebrew. It mostly directs the subject of the sentence. Okay, so if you're looking for a subject of the sentence, sometimes sentences have two subjects, but the way of the Most High, which is what darak means, is the subject. So you got af, which you could say unto, but you don't really need to have it in there. And then you have darak ka. Now darak is the root word, which means way, like a way, like a way of life. And then ka at the end of the word makes it possessive, so it'd be your. Possessive in the second person. Second person tense. So it would be unto your way if you were to combine these words here. And then next we have wa adaika. Wa adaika. The root word here again is the same as up here. Yadai. The ya is taken out, and it's just dai, which means to know. And wa at the beginning of the word means and. A at the beginning of the word means I, and then ka at the end of the word means you. So you could say that I may know you. Okay?
Right.
Next is la ma'ain. La ma'ain means so that, or basically so that, or in order that. So that or in order that. And then we have a mataza'a khan. So the root word here is mataza'a, which means to find, and then we have a at the beginning of the word, which means I, and then khan means grace. So it would be I find grace when you connect those two words together. And then we have ba ayanyaka, again, same thing as up here. Ba ayanyaka means in, eyes, your. Ba at the beginning of the word means in, ayan is the root word, which means eyes, and then yaka means your. So it'd be in your eyes. Next we have wa ra'a. Okay, and wa at the beginning of the word means and then ra'a means to consider. So it'd be and consider. And really, when you look at the word ra'a, it means to see. Because, for example, we have ra'alban, Reuben. Ra'alban means see, it's a son, right? So it's consider in the sense of you're looking, the Most High is looking at the nation of Israel, and he's considering because he looked.
Right.
You know, he's seeing it. He's seeing things that we're doing. For example, things like this, you know, and he's considering that this is his people, you know. Next word we have is kaya, which means for. And then we have down here, I'm ka. I'm is the root word, which means people. Ka at the end of the word means your, so it'd be your people. And then we have ha gawaya. Ha at the beginning of the word means the. Gawaya means nation, so it'll be the nation. And then we have hazak.
That goes to show you too. He ain't talking to everybody because it would say Gawayum. He said how the nation.
Yeah.
You know.
Well. The word for foreigner or stranger, Israelite foreigner, I should say, is guard. You know, because you got Garsham. You know, basically a foreign name. You know what I mean? Yeah. A stranger. You know, but the way to say stranger pertaining to a heathen would be nakar. Right. You know, but this is talking about a nation. If you refer to any type of nation, right? But it's possessive because we already know the subject or the topic is, you know, the nation of Israel. You concern the nation of Israel. You know, your people, Ain Ka, Ha Gawaya, the nation, Hazak, this nation is your people. Right. Out of all the nations, Hazak, which Za or Hazah means this.
Got you.
You know, so that's, once again, as a recap, you would say, Wa Aitha Na Mataza'athaya Khan Ba Ayanyaka Hawadainaya Na Ath Darakka Wa Adaika La Ma'ain Amataza'a Khan Ba Ayanyaka Wa Ra'a Kaya Ainka Ha Gawaya Hazak.
You know? And read it we can read it in the actual verse one more time.
In English?
Yep.
Right. So it says, Now therefore I pray thee, if I have found grace in thy sight, show me now thy way, that I may know thee, that I may find grace in thy sight, and consider that this nation is thy people.
Right. Now that's a pretty, you know, heavy prayer, you know, when you think about it. You know, asking the Heavenly Father, you know, if first and foremost we found grace in His sight, that He shows us His way, that we may know Him, and that we continue to find grace in His sight. You know, I just wanted to grab a quick precept. You know, we don't got to get too many of them, but just kind of going into, you know, why we did this prayer, you know, through the Spirit, and this is something that we can add to our arsenal each and every single day. This is Psalms 25:4. Show me thy ways, O Yahawah, teach me thy paths. All right, and that could be another prayer that you can, you know, if you look into the Hebrew in the linear, that could be another prayer that you could do. You know, but we're asking Yahawah B'Shem Yahushua to show us His ways and His paths, which we know His ways and His paths are paths of righteousness. You know, paths that are going to lead to everlasting life. You know, ways that are going to lead to righteousness and knowing the Heavenly Father and His will more. You know, I'm going to read verse 5 as well. It says, lead me in thy truth and teach me, for thou art the power of my salvation. On thee do I wait all the day. You know, and we're asking Him to lead us into His truth, and we know His truth is what? His truth is Yahawah. Thy word is truth. Yep. I am the way, the truth, and the light. You know, and for Him to teach us. You know, not necessarily coming out of our own vain opinion or anything like that. You know, but for Him to teach us. You know. That's right. Did you have something?
Yeah, real quick. Psalms 19:33. It says, "Teach me, O Yahawah, the way of thy statutes, and I shall keep it unto the end." You know, the way the Most High statutes is, you know, walking according to the Spirit. You know, so that you don't, so that you don't walk in the flesh. You know, and so that you don't go off and live your life as, you know, a man without understanding. I'm gonna read it again. It says, Psalms 19 and 33. Teach me, O Yahweh, the way of thy statutes, and I shall keep it unto the end. Verse 34. Give me understanding, and I shall keep thy law. Yea, I shall observe it with my whole heart. So we keeping, Lord willing, where those men, the elect men are going to keep the ways of the Most High to the end.
Right.
You know, Hadarakim, you know, the ways of the Most High.
Khan, this is the last one. Psalm 86 and 11. Teach me thy way, O Yahweh, as we read right here. You know, is the Rakim. Teach me thy way, O Yahweh. I will walk in thy truth. All right, we're going to walk in the truth of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right, teaching these prophecies and the scriptures with sincerity and with truth. You know, it says, unite my heart to fear thy name. Okay, we're asking the Heavenly Father to give us a singleness of mind so that we can fear His name, man. You know, and fear, and the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, man. And when you have the wisdom of the Heavenly Father to guide you in this land of the valley of the shadow of death, you know, and that we can walk in His ways, what's going to happen? We ain't going to walk into no pitfalls or anything like that, because we're going to know that the path that we're going on is going to lead to truth, versus trying to walk in a path that's going to lead you to destruction. Right. You know. But did you have any other pieces?
No, that was it, bro. That's keep it short and sweet to the point.
Con, hey man. So with that, you know, we just want to you know, put this lesson out as well. You know, this Hebrew prayer, as well as some different precepts that can back up the point on why this should be a heavy prayer. You know, and we hope that you know, it finds you Akim and Aquaf that watch it. We hope that it finds it edifying to y'all. May Yahweh Hashem Yahushua continue to, you know, bless the elect of the nation of Israel. You know, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makakodash.
And double honors to our apostles and our elders, a great millstone that taught us the truth, that taught us the Hebrew, so that we can be able to do these things and do these different lessons. And much peace, love, and salutation to the elect Akim that's scattered across the four corners of the earth. Shalom.
Shalom.